map that's like way too big.
Yeah, let me get this stream started. And then I'm just double checking that I'm actually... Oh, okay. Yeah, it already says live. Okay, good. Sometimes it takes it a minute, sometimes it doesn't want to start, and I was just like...
Yes. Understand.
Gotta double check. Alright. He's playing a league, and then... I think, yeah, that's already glowing. Let's do this. No inducements for me.
What are the best enemy mods? Because I was looking for some that go well with, like, Russian Overkill. There didn't seem to be many, but Russian Overkill is just so overpowered anyway.
Yeah,
It's, like...
it's not the most balanced. There's one, I forget the exact name, but it adds, like, MMO scaling to
RL.
enemies. Yeah.
Doom RL. The Doom RL mod.
Yeah.
Doom RL, the game. The unbuild of Doom RL. The debuild of Doom RL into the original Doom. If for those who are confused, because I recently did a video on Jupiter Hell. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Jupiter Hell's basically the sequel to Doom RL, made by the same dude.
Oh, interesting.
So if you want to see what that looks like, my commentary's not the best because I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing in the video, though.
I mean, it's one of those, especially with certain WADs, where it's one of those games where it's, like, harder to, you know, get coherent things out.
I was not referring to the Doom mod, the original Doom RL game.
Oh, okay.
There's actually been a sequel to that made by the same person.
Oh, okay.
Called Jupiter Hell. It's really nice.
Yeah. The Bloodwiser. Get those KOs out of the way.
Yeah, that ruined me on my first game.
Are you ready to play?
The Icebox. Oh yeah, you're Norse. I was like, I kept wondering, who am I up against?
Yeah, all my team is cold themed. It's taking a second to load. Okay,
Mine is basically themed after various characters who have been traumatized from Ruby, which is pretty much the entire goddamn cast.
I mean, you'll never run out of characters.
Yeah, pretty much. Ruby is like as shit as 40k.
Chaos teams hit.
I'll like to receive. Yeah, I named like 4 of these, and then I went on like a website, and I was like, who else is ice characters?
Else. Steve! No, I won't make people suffer.
That's the authentic Blood Bowl experience, though.
Yeah, kind of. Nah, totally. I do not like your block. Your block is scary.
I've got it on everybody except Sub-Zero, because he didn't level up last game.
Checking something. I'm checking if you have a specific character. You have no Frost. Dang you! That's another Mortal Kombat character. It's basically female Sub-Zero reskin.
We'll keep that in mind if Sub-Zero dies. Let's see. Okay.
And there's also a cyborg Sub-Zero. That's what you should rename him if the next person to replace him should be. Since that happens in the games. The Mortal Kombat games, that is.
Let's
The plots of those games, though, is literally batshit. About as bonkers as Conrad Kurz.
I think I actually want an Ulf on the line.
Bob, did you
Yeah.
know that there are all
We've
sorts
seen,
of games played in great caverns?
which of the
team
the
are backed
of the
by
boomer shooters do you think are worth getting?
Grand Sky
Out of
Uh,
like the Forgive Me Father, Proteus, all those. Because like I don't know which ones are really worth getting because like
Some say it's perfect for playing.
obviously they're
I'm-
gonna have different feel, but a lot of the reviews can't really convey that sort of stuff that easily.
Let's see. It kind of depends on what you're looking for. I'm a big fan of. I haven't played
They'll need to scoop
Proteus or Forgive Me, but I'm a big fan of Ultra Kill.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That one definitely looks to be up there, but that one
If you like the faster kind of
witchy.
gameplay, yeah, it's let's see.
If you basically if you want to go to the end of Doom Eternal with no progression.
Yeah, but the
That-
weapons are strong
weapons are
enough,
much more-
and they have their own like upgrades on them.
No, what I meant is just in terms of like craziness and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the combat.
Okay.
I think that the Norse player hasn't quite finished with his opponent.
There, that's a true berserker.
Him there. Can I pick up the ball?
They must have
Oh my god, I
glue on their
can.
fingers.
I always plan for if I can't.
Can I not drop this explosive bunny rabbit on the ground and blow myself up whenever I'm playing 8 Aeons of Death?
Opposing team have a go at
Let's
the ball now.
For those who don't know, Aeons of Death is a... What would you say Aeons of Death is?
He's away with the fairies.
I don't know. It's,
You know which mod I'm talking about, the one that just adds all the things.
yep.
All the things. Basically anything from any shooter is not off the table. So like you have like Half-Life enemies and you have what's the circus themed mod called? I can't remember the name of it right now. The clown stuff.
Yeah, I've played that one. I don't actually remember, and I can't recall because
It's like Happy Fun Time Circus or something stupid.
yeah, it's the one where you start out in a forest, right? And then you're going into it, or did they make another one?
Are you thinking of the one where you're shooting ghouls or is
No, because it's got circus themed enemies.
okay, then you're probably thinking of the right one.
Yeah, I just don't remember the name.
Yeah.
Players arrive to assist their teammate. something exciting about to happen. Keep it here on Cabal Vision HD.
Oh.
Haha, here's some friends.
What's your opinion on the Doom Zone mod?
I haven't played it.
Oh, it. From what I remember, it's really good. I haven't tried it recently. He's made another mod too that basically allows you to play all the different versions of Doom Guy.
Oh, that sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah. Doom Zone is not really a Killzone mod either. It's basically a mod that expands the human enemy roster and adds a lot more guns and classes essentially. It's not as much of a Killzone thing as you would think it is from the name.
Yeah, because I was
And
kind of thinking.
it adds a lot of really cool guns. Like it adds an assault rifle with an underslung shotgun, just to give you an idea of how much different stuff is in it.
That's pretty interesting.
And like there's like a katana in it.
Ooh. All right. Now this is a predicament.
The legendary Complex Doom with the legendary add-on was one of.
Get paid more than the
Have you ever tried that one out?
No.
what the fans are looking at. But who would you rather look at? Oops, I meant, but I gotta break in here.
Okay.
That player is so close to a world of hurt.
Only recently, well, I'm on a little bit of a kick right now of playing Doom mods. So I don't know how long I'll be doing it for, but
Go here.
He won't leave him alone anytime soon.
Just like the slender geyser. This player keeps on going and going and going.
Okay.
You
Easy on that one.
can't run. Don't try that kind of move. Got any strategy for the coach here, Bob?
Hit stuff?
Damn. Can't make these dodge rolls.
Is a dead player.
Yeah.
At any rate.
Hmm.
Moved right next to a teammate.
Ah.
More the merrier.
He's sprinting. Let's hope it's going to be okay.
Yeah, smells like a good old-fashioned fight.
Now that's a real mess.
When stuff starts happening, you stop talking.
Yep, I'm thinking. Okay. I can.
I really don't want to lose 3 games in a row.
Okay, so. Start by surfing this guy.
The fans seem very radical today. Maybe leave a few bits of the play intact.
Okay, and then I can get 2 dice with him. Let's start with. Actually, pretty decent one die.
Let pressure on the ball. It's a good move.
2 die here.
One less obstacle for the ball carrier. Textbook stuff. One less annoyance to deal with.
Hmm.
Let's see, red dice on the one with block. Do that later. Like 50. Yeah, 1 dice.
Look at Twinkle Toes there.
What's my dodge look like? How good. He's got Dauntless. Yeah, only 30 seconds. Try red die.
Ah, at least they have teammates around them.
Hmm.
Defense is flailing. He's following up, hoping to get the knockdown next time. They don't get angry, Jim. You wouldn't like them when they get angry. Joking! You're gonna love them.
Ah, I forgot to declare the blitz. That's fine. You can hit.
That's it. Get in their face. The attacker has an assist.
No, Trundle.
Well, they had to retreat a little. It was getting dangerous.
Well, that's a good roll.
Yep, the double pals. See where it goes.
Not far from the end zone.
Wasn't that an annoying place for the ball to go?
Pretty good for my team.
Yeah. Hmm.
beating down on the job. There'll be trouble with the unions if this carries on.
Well, that was...
Up, up, and away. They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
Alright, Arthurs, don't fail me.
Scooping up the ball with the opponent so close. Impressive. The less defenders there are around the ball, the easier it's going to be to move. He's on him now, like a halfling on a hot dinner.
Yes, I do know I should have punched him down one more.
You mean like towards the goat?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, it
another
didn't matter.
KO.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Hmm. That's interesting.
on the edge of the field there, within grasping range of the fans. And they're looking hungry.
Hmm.
Peeling an onion. Remove the layers before you get to the good stuff.
Two dice into one dice. Double two dice, real quick.
As the infamous berserker Ivar the Boneless
Frenzy's good until it's not, basically.
Yup.
in the thick of battle or during lunch.
It's good against low strength things most of the time, or when you can get a definitive advantage.
They're gathering around that lone player. Gathering around the sandwich.
Should have re-rolled that. Let's think about the other wolf. It's okay though. Shouldn't be in too bad of a position.
That's a dangerous place to be.
Oof.
Yeah, that was rough.
Important roll too.
There's no harm in making a block on the ball carrier. Well, actually, you could do a lot of harm. That's kind of the point.
A lot of pushes. That sucks. That's just how Blood Bowl is, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I mean, you were making XCOM mods, so you know how these RNG games are.
Actually, it's not nearly as bad in XCOM. The OG XCOM, that is nowhere near as bad as this.
I
Like,
haven't played.
it's percentage based. It's not like dice based. So it's and usually and if you're missing a lot, that means your stats are going up a lot because that's how stat progression works. It's based on how much you shoot
Oh, okay.
in those old ones. So it's kind of good to shoot a lot in a weird way. Obviously, it's bad because you're getting shot at more, but
Yeah.
it's a lot more give and take in that game. Though that, yeah.
Let's see.
Come on, guys. Together. One more step.
Ooh.
I still forgot the term. Nah. Yeah, he's not going. Yeah, yeah. We'll see.
Player down and surrounded by the opposing team. This isn't going to get
Ah. Okay, that makes sense.
What'd you get?
That character's a criminal in the show. It's just like a ruthless, bloodthirsty bandit, essentially. Bandit queen.
Oh, he's going to get into the
Why have all my fouls where they have always been with very thematic characters, I've noticed? Unintentionally so. There was like one last game too. Might not have been a foul, it might have been something else, but it was unintentionally funny.
No, I want this one.
Are you familiar with Ruby? Or I'm assuming not.
Not.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
I know who
that's...
Yang is, because she's the blonde.
Yang is the big boob yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know who the main forecast are, because I have a friend that really likes it. So, he had, like, Ruby t-shirts and merchandise and stuff. Okay.
I watch one of my people's gonna die. Yeah,
Hey.
characters in it are definitely the strong suit because they're basically all characters you can very heavily imprint on. Like most classic characters.
Ah, yes. Oh, man.
So like the Master Chief, for example, would be a character you can easily imprint on.
Right. We're not playing the current rule set. I was like, where's my reroll? I was planning to... I forgot,
You get like
because
can you reroll multiple times in one turn?
Yeah, you can. So, that's
Ah.
okay. Because I just had played my in-person match yesterday.
Yeah, speaking of in-games, I had a talk with a DM I'd been a part in a group with. I left the group because of dumb decisions.
Yup. Alright, well, take me down. Yep.
No, Jim. I've watched
Push.
the same match as you. A good defensive block.
Where's it going? Oh, nice.
Dang it.
Still get 2 dices. Yeah, I should have just gone for that dodge.
Yeah, this one. Watch, it's gonna go to that dude at the bottom.
Use for a ball.
Ah.
Highlight who gets hit next.
Yeah, I might have just conceded a point. Because I was thinking, I was like, what are the chances of double skulls? And then I've got to reroll, and then... Okay. Go... 2 dice into 2 dice.
Though Ruby's probably one of the closest things to 40k, weirdly.
Really?
Since 40... Yeah, no, it's really dark. Like, it's basically a show about a dude using children as child soldiers to fight a war with his ex.
Don't slip.
I like this.
Because Ruby's basically a child soldier. Like, that's dark.
Okay. Got a 67 dodge.
But the necessities of the world necessitate these sort of things. Necessitate in quotation marks. Because obviously people will find up excuses.
I can get a push. I can get there. Without needing to dodge.
Ruby the show itself, though, isn't very good. It's like the best worst show. It's the world building in the show is incredible, but the actual show itself's writing isn't very good.
Okay. Like this.
Need to get the ball forward. The end zone is in sight.
Which it has that in common with a lot of 40k stuff.
Remember, you need balls to score. That's it. Aim for the ball carrier. Take them down.
33 pickup, 83 GFI.
What's your opinion on the Mick Gordon soundtracks versus the Andrew Hellshot soundtrack stuff?
I like Mick Gordon's soundtrack a lot. Put out some bangers.
Yeah. Though Andrew Hellshot stuff isn't that far. Surprisingly. It just doesn't play that well in the game. Its mixing's god-awful. If you listen to it independently, it's really good.
Apparently, wizards call that kinetic energy.
Forget the ball.
Ooh.
Try dishing out a few whacks.
That's rough. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Not the worst place, though.
So am I.
Worse things could have happened, like it bouncing between all your dudes and ending up, like, right in between the 8 and the 12 line.
Yeah.
That would have been, yeah.
I still couldn't score. I'd need one more movement on the lineman, though. For the most possible. So, just move this off a little closer. Let's see.
Unity is strength.
Block.
Jeremiah Cool always said, superior skills prevail.
Stand up.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
Pow. Yes. 42, so low for a chance to get sent off. Go over here instead.
He'll get an assist now. Wuss.
See, 6, so 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
going to be decisive.
That player is so close to a world of hurt.
Yeah.
Well, that'll shake things up.
Okay.
Wish there was a stand up all button.
Oh, that'd be nice for certain turns. Where you don't have to see if something happens to stand somebody up.
Though then you stand up somebody on accident. You don't mean to stand up.
Yeah, because, like, certain turns, you know, there's a guy surrounded by people and you can make an opening. But if you don't make the opening, you just want him on the ground. Because,
Were they asleep then?
Ah.
I certainly will.
oh, have to. Here we go. Let's see, anybody want to stand up? Nope.
I imagine that in their dreams, at least, they're winning this match.
Both teams are on edge. This kick is crucial.
Put Berserkers on the line. Yeah, it did.
So what do you cover on your channel? Just
Blood
curious.
Bowl.
Okay, is that the only thing?
Yep. I just do Blood Bowl and Blood Bowl accessories. Mainly
Why
just
not
the
cover-
league.
Why not cover Doom? I'd be interested in watching that.
I don't know. I mean, I started it just because Blonde Cow was like, "Oh, I've got a Blood Bowl league. You want to play?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then they're like, "You gotta have a channel." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So
That's the same reason I have my channel. I originally created this channel before the thing, for the league,
yeah.
before the mod. And I was just like, oh, I'll use it for the mod now.
There you go.
Yeah, I haven't worked on it in like a week since school started recently.
I prefer the passing game to running down the
Ooh,
field.
you get an extra
One
reroll.
tactic is for the intellectual elite.
That's
The
a good
other
kick.
is for simple.
Bonus reroll.
I like running down the field. So
It'd be awesome if they added a Halo voice announcer to this.
is the assist going to be enough to come out on top? That's it. Force them back and then pow!
Punch Mr. Freeze.
Coming to help his buddy. That's
Ooh,
gonna
an
hurt.
actual punch.
The fans are revelers. So am I. Just one more step.
That's it. Pick up the ball. Apparently, it's more difficult than it seems.
Safety in numbers.
Much.
Hmm?
I just remember there the
It's a holding maneuver, if ever
also
I
another
saw one.
thing just for the general guys on the channel, there's actually a or well, some people might find it interesting who are watching on your side since nobody's watching me. Um there's actually a StarCraft mod that remasters all of StarCraft 1 in StarCraft 2 Black Mesa style for free. Since StarCraft 2 is free now.
StarCraft 2 is free? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, all of Wings of Liberty's campaign.
Move right
It's
next
free to
the
play,
gate.
that is. So, like, you get the multiplayer once you beat, like, 10 normal games, then you can play ranked, like 10 unranked games. And then you get some of the co-op mode.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just found it low-key.
Enough to come out on top.
They released that. They released that very quietly, for obvious reasons.
Ooh. Ooh. No, not Blake. One of the other... Oh, just badly hurt. It's not bad.
Blake is, yeah.
Should be one of the main characters,
Blake's
right?
a terrorist. Ex-terrorist, that is. And one of the main characters, which is just like, wow, that's a ballsy decision. And we're not talking like, oh, they're a terrorist. We're talking like ISIS bombing people terrorist. And they show it, them bombing people. Her character, though, probably is probably the most hurt by the like. There's a character that they introduce in the show called Neapolitan, which completely disrupts the flow of the show.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
they keep another character alive for too long, and that leads to characters dying later than they probably were originally intended to. Things just line up too well if you pace the deaths out in a certain order, and we know one character was supposed to die at a certain point. And if you put the other characters who, if you put the other another character's death where his death was, it just makes a lot more sense. The show and its pacing is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And this choice was made when the main director was on the show, so it's not
Didn't
like
he die, right?
yeah, he died.
Yeah, because I heard about that. Because I watched a lot of other Rooster Teeth stuff. Like, classic Red versus Blue.
Yes, Red versus Blue. There was a really good fanfic that was the Ruby cast reacting to Red versus Blue. Got taken down for I don't even know why. It was such a good fic. Probably for having transcripts of every single episode in it. Like word for word of all the Red versus Blue episodes. Hmm.
Fantastic.
What was that, Jim?
What, Bob?
The whole fantastic thing?
Oh, I'm just trying to introduce a catchphrase. My agent says it will help for future gigs.
Don't do it again. I hate bad puns.
Oh, I think people praise the original creator of Ruby, which is a very controversial opinion, but
Sounds like it, but
because
can't really comment on
they
that.
treat the dude like a fucking god, and not like a human. It's weird. Though I came into the series very late. Oh my
Ooh.
god. Luckily, I put all my people into position,
Now it's the other team's turn.
into better positions, that is. Part of that is because of the whole Neapolitan thing that I mentioned before.
Did he
Is what-
create that character?
Yeah, that was in season 1.
Ah,
So that that was a very short-sighted decision, and he was still on the show in season 3 where all these deaths happened. So
They're gathering around that lone
he
flag
died, I
like
think,
hassling around a
afterwards.
sandwich.
It was either during or after, but there should have been enough notes left at that point. You would think.
Stu doesn't get
Oof.
like that. Bad for
got
your head.
reroll for that though.
Oh, this could be fun, especially if the ball holder goes down.
Don't slip again.
Not
Good.
a wise place to end your turn on the border of the pitch. If the player gets pushed into the crowd, well, last time that happened, it took 3 days to piece the body back together.
Okay.
Though Ruby's probably one of the most valuable IPs to come out of the 2010s,
The attacker has an assist.
if not the most, considering there weren't many good ones to come out. Considering just how many characters are included within it, it's like 170 plus
Okay. Let's see.
that are very fleshed out, while not being overbearingly developed. Where you could still make takes on them. Like I've seen many different takes which are still those characters.
Well, except for me.
Like they're like Spider-Man. Most of the characters in there are that type of character where like you can imprint yourself onto them and make your own takes.
Yeah.
That's why the fan fiction for it is so good. Like there's a lot of really good. And that's how I got into the series, by the way, is through fan fiction. Yeah, the fan fiction is for the series. A lot of it was so good that I'd recommend reading it over the actual show. Which I don't know if that's criticism to the world, if that's a praise to the world building or criticism to the show's writing. A bit of both.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, I haven't seen it, so I can't comment, but, you know, phrases like that, it's... Who knows?
Um, the weird thing is I don't know what half the characters will look like, so I was gonna do a character tier list video, and then there's like, and I'm like, I don't know who these people. Oh dear lord, that was a funny one. And I didn't want to have to read like 50 Wikipedia articles on them.
Touchdowns are coming.
Uh,
The wizard has promised me at least one more before the final whistle.
yeah.
Safety in numbers. One more step and...
Tough turn.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hey, Jim. How many halflings does it take to change a candle in a lantern?
Well, they're very short.
You know, a weapon I'm surprised has never made it into one of the Doom games.
Which
A
one?
quad-barreled shotgun.
Why for me to eat?
Considering how many mods it's shown up in and whatnot. It just seems like such an obvious thing to do.
Let's see, can I make that a little bit better?
We got a shotgun with a grappling hook before a quad-barreled. When you put that into words, it's like, wow, okay. You hear about the thing with the that Doom 64 is now canon? All the Doom games are canon?
Yeah, because it's the intermission
Yeah.
between...
This player likes to be well assisted.
Yeah, and they have like new levels to it and whatnot.
Precision. It's not sheer muscle.
Because I don't think many people outside of the Doom community would know about that.
It's not good. The ball doesn't have a tackle zone on it. One dice or a 67. Let's do a one dice first. And it worked out.
I never clicked it.
All you have to do is pick up the ball.
Sorry to interrupt you. If the player
Dang it.
remains unmolested, they could sprint into the end zone. Of course, that's quite a big if.
And
Doom guy plays Blood Bowl. I just had that idea. I was like, oh my god, he'd be so overpowered. 12 move. He'd be like an elf plus a chaos warrior.
just a stun. I have it set
He'd
to.
be a team all to himself.
I don't know what your settings are, but I just have mine set to the standard.
Yeah.
The injury is the cinematic, so I saw the
Yeah.
cinematic and I was like, uh-oh. But I don't think I've, like, really injured anybody yet. I think he went to jail. I think one guy's just... I think it was
Yeah.
an M&G and a BH, right? That's not too bad.
Yeah. I was showing one of my friends D&D 3.5 because they hadn't seen it before, just to show them the difference between 5th and that.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, people who think 5th is good, just show them 3.5 and they're like, what?
I mean, 3.5 was so popular, and then I guess... I don't know if it was more than...
4th edition was meant to be an internet game.
Yeah.
That's why it was designed the way it was.
I'm talking
from
about
what
the Pathfinder creation, because it's...
Oh, that's a separate game altogether.
But it was built on the back of 3.5.
Yeah.
In terms of a lot of its systems, and so I didn't know if... I don't know if it's quite as much...
I'm talking about original 3.5, because...
No, but I was gonna say it was so loved that I don't know if it was that it was so loved or that 4th edition was so hated that it spawned an entirely new game based on the build system of it. And that's what I was trying to get at. Ooh, you got your dodge.
Put pressure on the ball.
5th edition is just bad, though, to me. Because it just limits your options so much.
It's a solid
In terms of, like, thematic choices that you can make with your character build and
Got the
that sort of
stun.
stuff. Yeah.
And he picked it up. Wow. Impressive.
Impressive. Insert that audio quote from Darkest Dungeons. The Darkest Dungeons is not an XCOM-like game, though. I don't care if you say it is. It's not. And I will die on that hill. Because, like, XCOM is like a tactical... Basically, it's a tactical shooter. It's closer to, like, not shooter, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
it's closer to games like... I just clapped my hands because I was trying to think of it so hard. There's a Graviteam Tactics. It's closer to that than it is to, like, Darkest Dungeons, the original XCOM. If you don't know what Graviteam Tactics is, I can tell you what that is.
I can't say that I am familiar.
It's basically a milsim RTS.
Okay.
It's basically if you took Arma's Zeus mode and turned it into an RTS and set it in World War II, but it also has some Cold War scenarios as well. With the level of detail and such.
To get punched above and below the belt.
Obviously, it doesn't run on the same engine as Arma, but it's a very similar milsim feel. It's probably actually more detailed than Arma in many ways, though. Considering it's built on a tank sim. Yes, it's a strategy game built on top of a tank sim. Engine. So, like, it has proper armor penetration, better than, like, what you'd see in, what's the game called? What's the big free-to-play War Thunder?
I was thinking World of Tanks, but yeah, War Thunder.
World of Tanks doesn't even have an armor pen system. It's like health, from what I understand.
I don't actually know how World of Tanks works. I was just thinking tank game, and I've seen ads for it.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, tank game, free. And then I remembered World.
Yeah, both of them, but it's better. It's got better. It's got more complicated mechanics than either of those when it comes to that. Because, like, it actually simulates spalling and such, like full on, like, and the crew will actually bail out of the tank if they take enough damage or hits, that even if they don't penetrate the vehicle.
Love it when that happens. Now this is gonna get exciting.
Welcome to the wacky world of stuns.
Yes. Oh, what was the, I'm trying to think of. There's a funny WOD I saw the other day that has, Doom WOD that has, you fighting the Russians who summon demons. Do you know which one that is?
No, I can't say that I've played that one.
I just can't remember the name of it. For those who don't know what a WOD is, it's the map file, essentially.
They were geniuses to, you know, think of, hey, you know, instead of making, because some games are a lot harder to mod than others.
Yeah.
And they were geniuses to be like, let's just have our engine just
breed files.
Yeah, read this specific type of file, and then you can just do whatever with it.
It was probably a convenience thing at the time for them, though. Is the truth. So they just wanted to put it in there.
That's true.
But it ended up being the best decision ever. Because, like, one game that's a pain in the ass to mod, from what I understand, is War Game Red Dragon. It has mods. They basically all reuse in-game models.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, they have to reuse. The fact that they look as good as they do is kind of impressive, considering that they are reusing turrets and stuff from other vehicles in the game.
Me and my friend used to play that one. We figured out that helicopter spam worked really well. So we'd start out.
Oh, you're the worst.
Well, this was like, we didn't even look it up online. We were just like playing against each other. And then I was like, what happens if I build a deck of entirely like helicopters?
Oh, you found that out. Yeah, helicopter rush is considered like is one of the most hated strategies in the world.
We never like played online. So
yeah, that game is more intense than StarCraft online, which is saying a lot. Like, that game is how people perceive StarCraft 2.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, no, it's actually that crazy on, like, the amount of you need to know. You need to know what every unit does in the game, because you don't have time to look it up. Because there's no micro things to help you out with your micro. You have to micro everything manually in Red Dragon.
I've never been that good of a RTS player. I just
No, me neither. Though I really like the game because the Cold War setting is very unique.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's like, I like the idea of them because I like a lot of turn-based
games. They're making a new one, Warno, but it's not quite there in terms of content. God dang it! If this rolls another, yeah. Okay.
No, I don't have block.
And then they made Steel Division, which is basically World War II version of that game.
Okay.
Which I have most of the expansions for. I haven't been keeping up with it recently. But, yeah, I think if you were to count each division as a faction in that game, you end up with something like 70 different playable factions in Steel Division. Something insane like that.
That's insane, yeah.
Each with there is some unit sharing since they're not each their own unique nation. But there is so like you'll have like, so it does it by division instead of by nation in that game, which is also what they're using in War now. Makes it slightly easier to balance. So like one example of a really neat division is like you have an SS police division in that game.
Interesting.
And there's like a flak division that's like coastal defense. So it has like Kriegsmarine troops and stuff in it.
Gravity was too strong.
So they get pretty unique with what they do, what they add in that game. You could play. You can even play as Greece. There's a Greek division somewhere, or there's Greek units at least.
Oh
Don't know
wow.
Yeah, it gets. It gets.
Sorry, I was watching the touchdown cinematic, and it, it's supposed to show like the character dance, and it zoomed in on the man ass.
Yeah. Yes.
Docs are doing their job.
Uh.
The smaller the team, the harder it is to score. Need to find replacements.
Let's see.
Key to winning. Must drive the coach crazy, as his team is just
God, the
drifting
stupid
away.
chat thing. Go away. Yeah. Enter. Now it's there. We go. It's gone. My Have you ever played H Doom?
My lawyer requires that I answer no.
Yes.
I actually haven't, but I'm aware of it. I know
XCOM has a mod very similar called X Parts, but it's actually way deeper. Instead of just being a reskin of the XCOM, it adds like hundreds of new text to the game while still being a porn mod.
Oh my god.
It's basically an anime mod, essentially, mixed with a porn mod. So basically it lets you play as sexy female pirates and you go around raiding and beating people up in a Nazi authoritarian dictatorship run by the aliens. And it has everything's fleshed out with lore. And there's green KKK miners that you get to beat up too.
That's certainly a mod.
It is amazing, if you
get
couldn't
to the
tell just
center.
by that description.
Ooh.
You know,
That's really good for me, really bad for you.
got rid of
I haven't
the
seen it.
ball thing and got
Yeah, oh dear lord, what's it going? What?
That would be blood.
Both teams.
The bow.
So now instead of 3 turns to score, you've got 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was confused. I thought it was the one where everyone gets knocked down.
Oh no, not Rock, but yeah, no, Riot
no, not
is
Rock, the other
late
one.
game.
He's coming to help his buddy. That's gonna hurt. Good call. Intimidation is the key.
I thought Chaos Warriors came with block, but that's just that's a bad deal for.
Yeah, I've always felt that Chaos Warriors were kind of shit. They don't get good until they have mutations, though, as a thing.
Oh, I mean, Chaos they trade
that's the only
early
redeeming
game for
quality.
late game. No, I mean, you can easily get... Chaos is the best for a killer team.
Oh, I forgot to throw the ball.
Unity is strength.
If I were to make a Doom 40k mod, I would focus on Chaos, because Chaos would be the best for that.
I feel like they'd make a good enemy.
Well,
There's
Chaos
so
can
much to
fight
choose.
Chaos.
Oh, wow, that would be fun.
So I would have like different classes based around the different gods and such, if I were to do it.
I have a question, if you don't mind.
What?
Do you know what a cage is? In Blood Bowl?
Yeah, it's the thing you put around the ball. Yeah,
okay. Because I noticed you didn't make one last game, and then, I mean, it doesn't really matter on this side because we're just kind of gonna bash each other for a couple of turns. I was
Do
just
you want me? Lol.
no, I was just wondering because it was like I didn't see one last time, and that was partly how I was able to dive your ball so easily.
Yeah, no, I was
So-
trying to make it on the other side, and then you kind of intercepted me midway through because I was planning to throw it to somebody, but it fell through because of that bad bash. That's what happened.
Okay.
I was gonna do a throw.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was just wondering because. Okay, what do we do now?
You get cancer. No, you get
Here's
STDs.
some friends.
Blitz with this orphan.
Grab them at Murphy's and relax, Jim. We're gonna be here for quite some time.
Punch this guy.
But in the XCOM mod, you can literally get magic girls, as in the anime trope. And you can get like robot girls, and I'm trying to remember what else. Oh, you could start a communist revolution. Yes, no, you can start a communist peasant revolution. Yes.
Unity is strength.
Just push.
You get to slice Nazis with chainsaws.
Follow up, of course.
That's always fun. That's why I'm a big fan of the Wolfenstein games. Not as much.
He
Like
uses
3D.
Wolfenstein sprites for the Nazis as well.
Oh, that's classic.
As well as for some of their weapons.
Yeah, because just the
Which is
amount of
just-
like slaughter that you get to do. Let's see.
It's very different from normal XCOM because your group is your guys are really powerful. Well, they're really powerful in comparison to like normal humans. Obviously,
Okay.
when compared to like the actual military, they're less powerful. But you're like super mutants basically. And you have really high stats. Like you can take bullets to the face with no armor and keep trugging along. High levels of durability. And you can like see in the dark and such, which XCOM, the original XCOM never really played around with that mechanic too much. Like there were never really enemies that couldn't see you in the dark.
Have you tried that Croxiade yet, Bob?
A sports drink made by
Godspeed,
the
Frosty,
skin of
you beautiful man.
No thanks.
He's fine.
I may not be the sharpest spike on the armor, but I'm not that stupid.
Might want to try a vanity pass here.
Yeah, yes.
Because if Ruby gets... No. Oh.
Ah,
You can still do it with the Beastman. Actually, it's probably
Okay.
better with him. So, you want to get closer to
yeah, I
somebody,
know.
and then just pass it. No. One square away. Because otherwise you're doing a handoff.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
And so, yeah, now if you pass it to him, it's a better chance to throw and to catch. And then if he catches it, you get 1 SPP on whoever threw it.
Oh, it's on who throws it.
Yeah.
Ah, I will get that. And you can do 1 pass per turn, right?
Yeah, you can do 1 handoff and 1 pass.
Okay. I did not know there was a difference.
Yeah, handoffs are just only a catch roll on the person receiving. And then passes are 2 rolls, but they give SPP. Handoffs don't give SPP.
I didn't know that.
Alright. Let's see. Stand up here. Come on, Sub-Zero.
I think that the Norse player has
Disappointment.
quite finished with his opponent.
Let's see. Pretty close. You already leveled. Actually, I don't really want him to level that much.
The attacker has an assist.
Lock here.
They just got boom.
Just a stun.
It's a saying these days, isn't it?
Trundle.
That'll help the player move without risk.
I'm not gonna foul you on turn 16. That is a.
One touchdown. It's not a great match make.
I can live with the lack of touchdowns, Jim. If
Yeah.
you have some fatalities
Let's
and
see.
random violence in the mix as well.
Oh, good. I can buy my Yeti. Who got it? Frosty. Okay. Well. And good. One of your Chaos Warriors got your MVP.
Yeah. The
That's
only one
real
that's
good.
not a Ruby character in my entire team. Because it was the only person I could think of.
The only non-Ruby character.
From
gets-
from an anime.
Can be played
The
Ah.
not anime,
enemies.
fucking manga.
Anybody you like,
Ah.
between all comers or even alone.
So they're
against
really
any
freaking
other
obscure.
And I don't mean by that.
And the skeletons are clipping again on my screen.
Okay.